Hello everyone and welcome to 2024. So this is my first video of 2024 and I hope you all had a very good Christmas and a happy new year. So for this tutorial I'm going to be doing a feature wall in my living room. So I've been wanting to do wall paneling for a long time, but I'm trying to figure out the measurements because there's a section on my wall, on the living room wall, that has a cluster of sockets, and which really made it difficult for me to get the measurements that I wanted to do wall paneling. So instead of doing the wall paneling, I decided to do just a feature wall, which will give the wall some sort of like a texture and character. And so all the measurements for the MDF that I've used for the wall, I'm going to put everything in the description box. So if you have any questions, just check the description box, or if you want to drop your questions in the comments, I'll be happy to answer your comments. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please I need you to consider subscribing if you haven't done so. It helps with the algorithm, I've heard, and also it will help other people to find my channel. So please make sure you support my channel by subscribing and also commenting, even if it's just to say hello. I really appreciate that. And also share this content with your friends and family. So if you have any questions after you've watched the video, let me know and I'll be sure to answer any of your questions. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next tutorial. So I got one of these MDF sheets. So that's a 9mm MDF sheet, which is 25 pounds, and I ended up using the whole sheet. So you can get this stuff at B&Q to cut the sheet into sizes for you. So you just have to give them the measurements that you require. So if you don't mind having joints, you probably end up having maybe or a long wall, you might have to end up with a joint in the middle somewhere. So if you don't mind, then you just need to, they will cut into sizes for you. So after everything's been cut to size, and now I'm back home, and I'm gonna be starting with the just framing the wall. So which means I'm gonna be doing the perimeters of the wall first. So the MDF's going around the perimeters of the wall and 7 centimeters wide, and so I'm just going to glue that all around the wall. I'm going to be using a glue gun with no nail glue to glue this to the wall, so you're going to need that if you haven't got one of those things. So here I'm just applying the glue to the back of the wood panel. You can see how much glue I've applied to the MDF. So then I'm just gonna go ahead and stick that to the wall and hold it in place maybe for like a few seconds before letting it go. I'm gonna probably be needing a saw. As you can see, there's a overlap there somewhere, so I would need to cut that into size and then go back and stick that to the wall. And at B&Q, for every cut they make, I think they charge about maybe 10 pence per cut. So I think I ended up paying maybe around 10 pounds for the whole cutting that they did. So after cutting off the excesses, I make sure that I sandpaper the edges before gluing those pieces to the walls. finished framing the entire wall. As you can see, I've gone all the way around the outside perimeters. So now I'm going to be doing the inside design. So this measurement you see here, the width is a little bit different. So the width that I'm using for the inside panels are 5 centimeters wide, and then the smallest one is a 40 centimeters long, and then the longest one is 100 centimeters long. So yeah, so this is the design I'm going to be working with. I've laid everything down on the ground, and so just trying to figure out the spacing between the panels when I'm gluing them to the wall. So you're gonna have to figure out what measurements works for you, what spacing you want to have. I'm gonna put all the details in the description box. So yeah, so watch out for the details in the description box. But yeah, so I decided to mirror the pattern on both of the sides of the wall. So and then I'm gonna have a little bit of a gap in the middle for maybe a feature, a larger wall clock or something else. But for now, I've not decided what's gonna be there. But yeah, so that's the vision that I have in my head, and I hope it turns out well, because I have no idea how it's going to turn out, but we will see once I finish doing everything. Yes, so all right guys, so you can see now that I've done all the sticking of the MDF to the wall. I've mirrored the pattern on both sides. Unfortunately, the camera is not covered the entire wall, but I think you can have an idea of exactly what's going on. So what I'm doing here right now is filling in the gaps with the wall filler, and that way I'm gonna have it's gonna look like a one big piece stuck to the wall. So I'm just going to take my time to fill in any gap that I can see with the wall filler, and then once that is done, then it's going to be me painting the MDFs to whatever color that I want them to be. But for now, I think I'm just gonna I'm not sure what color I want to use yet, but I'll have a go at a one color and see how that goes, and if I don't like it, I might change it in the future. But here we go. So I'm using my finger to fill in the gaps because I just find that a little bit easier to do than using the I think the wall filler thingy. I'm not sure what it's called, but there is a tool that you're meant to be using. I have it, but I just found it a little bit difficult to use, so therefore I decided to use my finger to just fill in those cracks. And after going over those cracks with the filler, then I've just gone over it with the sandpaper to sand everything down to make sure everything is smooth and ready for painting. I have decided to go with the white paint, which matches with the wall. I'm not sure what it is going to look like, but we will see. And then I think I might end up maybe doing 3 coats of paint for me to get the desired result, but we'll see. I'm using the brush to cover all the corners and all the little crevices, and then I'm gonna use a roller. I'm gonna use a paint roller to go over the rest of it to have that nice finishes. So here we go. Now I'm applying the third and final coat of the paint using the paint roller. So yeah, I've gone over the wall as well, just to give it that one unified color. So here is the final look. What do you guys think? I like it, but it's not standing out as much as I would like. Maybe I should have done a different color. What do you guys think?